Baldur's Gate 3 has some of the best written romances in any RPG. And also, it has some of the most legitimately unsettling romances. They're unsettling because the more you learn about these romance options, the more you start to reconsider your choices. So in this video, I'm ranking every main Baldur's Gate 3 romance option from least to most disturbing. This video is going to take us into some of the darker details of these characters' histories, so fair warning, there are spoilers ahead. With that out of the way, let's get into it. On the surface, Wyll's romance is like a fairy tale. There's poetry, dancing in the woods, and plenty of cheesy romantic moments. But underneath that cute exterior, there is trouble brewing. Wyll is in a pact with the devil Minthara. Before you even met him, he made a deal with her to protect Baldur's Gate, and that pact haunts him for the whole story, all the way to an Act 3 choice between his freedom and his father's well-being. But despite all of that, Wyll's romance is almost aggressively wholesome. It honestly feels like it wandered in from a completely different game. Wyll is facing pacts with devils in this world that's packed with trauma, manipulation, and violence, and somehow he still finds time to be a very romantic partner, the heroic blade of the frontiers.
The frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded.
Maybe he compartmentalizes things better than I do, but trust me, you're gonna want to hold on to this fairy tale, because by the time we get to the end of this list, you're gonna look back at Wyll and you're gonna think, maybe I should have just never left. If Wyll is the wholesome romance option, Halsin is where things really start to get complicated, and not even in the way that you'd probably expect. Halsin is a compassionate, open-minded wood elf and druid. He's totally honest about what he wants, and he tells you straight up that he's not looking for commitment. No problem at all, and that's not the unsettling part. The unsettling part is the whiplash of this romance. This is a dude who spends the game being thoughtful, level-headed, and emotionally mature.
I'll miss my books, that I can find all the wisdom they contain out here firsthand.
At least until his romance scene hits, because that is an entire different energy. It is packed with shape-shifting and boundary pushing that clashes really hard with the character you thought you knew. What you see is really not what you get with him. Some players completely love this, and others, let's just say there's some mixed feelings. Either way, it's safe to say you'll want to really understand what you're getting into before you get down to it. Still, Halsin's problem is at least on the surface. Gale's is literally inside of his chest. After trying to impress the goddess Mystra, he became the unwilling host of an orb that feeds on powerful magical items to stay stable. If it doesn't get fed, you can expect a massive detonation.
As long as I pay, there will be peace. But should I ever stop, along comes a war. I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
His ambition and overconfidence got him into this situation, and those are traits that he keeps dealing with through the whole journey. On one path, he can learn humility, on the other, he can become a proud god, and as his partner, you get to help him decide. But there's no denying the elephant in the room. Every sweet moment and vulnerable conversation is happening with a man who might explode and take you with him. This relationship can lean into codependency pretty quickly because Gale really needs you. Overall, yes, it can be romantic, just remember that you're basically dating a living bomb. And on the subject of things that can kill you, Karlach's whole romance is defined by a heart that's completely working against her. Karlach is truly one of the most kind companions in this game, but we have to talk about her physical heart because it's tied directly to her fate. Her real heart was replaced with an infernal engine by the archdevil Zariel. You can upgrade it to help her cool down and finally be able to touch her, but you eventually learn that it can't permanently be fixed, at least not without Karlach being dragged back to the one place that she swore she was never going to return to. This forces Karlach into some brutal decisions about her own ending. This machine is completely out of her control and it can kill her. Not metaphorically, but very literally. And it makes her romance uniquely cruel because at first she's too hot to even touch. So physical closeness is totally off the table until you find a workaround.
Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus.
Not being able to hold hands with the person that you're crushing on while knowing how brief life in this world is, that is just as frustrating as it is tragic. But what Karlach has going for her is that she knows exactly who she is, and she knows what she's up against. Shadowheart doesn't, at least not at first, and that's its own level of unsettling. Shadowheart is a slow burn, both romantically and when it comes to getting to know her. At the start, she doesn't even truly understand herself. The more you travel together, the more layers you uncover, and each one is truly more unsettling than the last. She starts as a devoted follower of Shar, focused on her mission and willing to do whatever it takes to get that done. Then you dig deeper and uncover the grooming and abuse that she experienced at the hands of Shar's followers, and the family and life that was stolen from her when Shar's followers found her. There are even contradictions in her personality, like she's a devout follower of a goddess of darkness and loss who also loves animals and flowers. Her path forces choices that are brutal no matter what happens. Kill or spare the Night Song, break free from Shar or embrace her, even whether she will save her parents or kill them. But some things don't change. Shadowheart's childhood was stolen and she doesn't actually know who she is.
It's so strange. I don't remember much of it, yet I can't help feel like I know it. It feels like home.
That'll make your heart hurt for someone. And as her partner, you get the closest look at what she's carrying, and you just have to hope you can help her hold it. There's no path here that comes without pain. Next is Lae'zel. She's someone who's totally confident in who she is, at least until she isn't. Lae'zel is a devoted follower of Vlaakith when you first meet her. She's a Githyanki warrior who's outspoken and not at all shy about saying what she thinks of you or your allies.
The Githyanki people have a word for men like the Blade of Frontiers. Shalak. Roughly translated, idealist do-gooder. Or better yet, benevolent burden. His confidence is an asset. His pursuit of valor, not so much.
Her early approach to romance is completely transactional. She'll tell you in detail what she thinks of the smell of you after battle and what it does to her. But you're a tool to meet her needs and nothing more. At least at first. The emotional attachment does kick in eventually, and the romance becomes genuinely sweet. And it comes with a kind of honesty and closeness that you don't often get. Because Lae'zel is going through her own inner struggle, whether to stay loyal to Vlaakith or rebel and fight to liberate her people. Her whole understanding of the world can be flipped upside down, including her allegiances, her faith, and even her view on romance with you. And there's honestly something really heavy about watching such a strong character get so totally lost. Alright, we've made it to our top 3 now, and if you've got a guess for number 1, please drop it in the comments now, because I'm really curious to see if you all saw this one coming. Prepare yourselves, because these 3 romances are taking things to even more disturbing places. Minthara is ruthless, and she's consumed by the idea of domination. When you first meet her in Act 1, she'll ask you to help her attack the Grove. Updates to the game have made it so that you can still romance her without attacking, and as long as you don't kill her at the start of the game, you'll find her again at Moonrise Towers and can work to recruit her, save her, and have her as a full companion. That's where she can undergo a massive identity shift away from the Absolute and toward exacting revenge on Orin the Red and any remaining cult leaders. But don't get things twisted. As a person, Minthara does not change. She is ruthless and pragmatic through and through. Her romance has just enough sweet moments to make you question that, but she's layered. She is not transformed. She is like this on purpose, and it serves her, which is terrifying whether you're against her or allied with her.
Until their sanctuary is found, I will take something precious from you every hour that passes. A trinket, a tongue, a limb.
Where Minthara is disturbing because she means absolutely everything that she does, Astarion is disturbing because of what you can turn him into or help him escape. Astarion is a vampire who, for 2 centuries, was enslaved by the vampire lord Khazador Sar. He was forced to lure victims back to him and subjected to brutal torture. That was his existence for 200 years before you met him. Manipulation and seduction are how he learned to survive. So when you recruit him, there's a lot to navigate and to unpack. At first, he's secretive and smooth-talking, and he feels like he's always working an angle.
Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
It takes a while to break through that and to start to understand who he actually is underneath everything. And honestly, that's where this gets even more twisted, because you can help him heal and build something genuine together, or you can encourage him to ascend, an act that basically turns him into a monster, everything that he was trying to escape. And on top of that, he treats you like a possession and makes it clear that the two of you are not equals. It's a brutal and devastating path that this romance can take, and the fact that you play such an active role in it is arguably the worst part. We've made it to number 1. Every romance so far has involved a real person, but our number 1 spot barely qualifies as that, which is honestly one of the main reasons why I think it's the most disturbing on this list. The Dream Guardian.
I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it.
I almost didn't include this one because it's much less of a full romance than anyone else on this list, but it earns the top spot because it's just so truly disturbing. Your Dream Guardian starts out as your guide. They are a comfort and a voice of reason in this nightmare that you can't wake up from. And then they reveal themselves to be a mind flayer. They've been preying on your vulnerability and used your deepest fears to get closer to you. Any kind word or reassuring moment feels calculated because they know exactly what you wanted to hear the entire time. And also a side note, if you pursue this romantic encounter, it can involve tentacles if you let them stay in mind flayer form during the encounter, which is its own very unsettling aspect. But the real horror is just how violating this all feels. They watched you and learned exactly how to make you trust them, and then they used it. Remember when I said that these romance options can make you reconsider your choices? This is the one that might make you reconsider all those moments you were talking to your Dream Guardian and thought that you were safe and talking to a genuinely safe person. So that's every Baldur's Gate 3 romance ranked by how much it made me want to shower afterwards. The Dream Guardian takes first place for me. It just leaves me feeling so gross. Truly, as I was recording the footage of its romantic encounter, I was literally just saying out loud, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. But I want to know which romance option made you feel the most uncomfortable. And was it intentional, or did the writing just hit a little too close to home? Let me know in the comments. If you like more content like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.